Mike Barrell in Orlando with Robert Emery. Robert is the Vice President, Customer Solutions and Product Management for ConceptWave. Thanks very much for taking the time, Robert.
No problem.
First of all, you've been with ConceptWave more than 10 years now. You did the first implementation 10 years ago. Yeah. Business has evolved to clients all over the globe. Lots of successful implementations of the product. Tell me what the core of the evolution in the product catalog is.
So I think from our catalog perspective, we started out as a catalog that was focused on only driving our own software, so catalog-driven order management. And now it's evolved into the PLM space, where we began by being the catalog master, not only driving our own solutions, but also pushing the catalog data into other systems. The next evolution is into leveraging our capability to be a runtime catalog, to provide catalog services to other systems so that our carriers can move from an N+1 model, the +1 being that PLM catalog, to an N- model, where we're reducing the number of catalogs deployed down to ideally one, but in reality just much lower than where we stand today.
What have you done in terms of product evolution to make that easier for operators?
So we've came from an operations model. So the catalog was built to drive our order management, so it's always been a runtime catalog. And we layered on the PLM after the fact, as opposed to working the other way around as a pure catalog and then trying to develop the runtime capabilities. So performance, reliability, scalability, all of those are key characteristics of our catalog, which puts us uniquely positioned to serve the market.
Can you be more specific about actual implementations where you've enabled this?
Sure. We have two generic models, I guess, that have been employed. One is, let's say, the more traditional model, where we are the master. And in that case, depending on the type of catalog data, there's no need to replicate child catalog data within ours. We federate that data through the catalog. At the same time, other systems that are consuming our data are able to access us real time, and we federate the child catalogs up. So an example would be pay-per-view information. The other model that's been employed by a large carrier it's a unique model. We call it the product translation engine. And it's a recognition that in some of these big plays, the big CRM providers, the big billing providers, the catalog is going to be part of their solution. And architecturally speaking, performance-wise, etc., there's no reasonable expectation that you can pull a catalog out and use a third-party catalog. And so what they used our catalog for was to bridge, essentially as a translation engine, between the CRM product model and the billing systems product model. So one, a true PLM master type of approach. Another one, just the glue between two systems to try and bridge the different product models.
Is ConceptWave unique in being able to do this?
I think so. Our metadata approach to the problem provides us both a core catalog and a metadata layer that allows us to tailor ourselves to the unique environment and the unique operating model. So that if we need to be a master in one situation, a slave in another, to federate somebody else's catalog, we use our metadata layer to implement that and execute.
Can you give me an idea of the scale that you've been able to deploy this at?
Sure. Our largest currently active deployment is for a North American carrier. They've got over 40 million subscribers, and their current portfolio is in excess of 1 million products.
They're impressive numbers. I'd really like to understand more about the way you go about deployment of your solutions and also the speed you can deploy.
Okay, so we have an advantage in that with the metadata approach, we're able to quickly essentially provide prototypes and deliver in an incremental, iterative type of approach. And so we're able to do models where we're delivering functionality every 2 weeks, previews every week, and we try and be more interactive because it's very difficult to get the requirements all right up front, and we don't believe in that big bang deployment at the end. That approach also enables us to use the 80-20 approach to get business benefits out sooner and then with subsequent phases to fill in the functionality.
Have you had demand from your clients to do more than offer the product catalog?
Well, absolutely. As you note from the last year or two, we've been moving into the CRM space. And so now we have modules around customer management, an agent desktop, a self-care capability, additional channels. The key thing there is that although it's not our traditional base, we started to move into it based on our customer demand. They were pulling us in that direction, essentially trying to get the functionality that they viewed as a natural end-to-end all the way up to the submission of the order.
What's your advantage over anybody else in terms of moving into that space?
The metadata layer that we have on top of our core platform allows us to introduce new functionality, alter the data model so that we can support these new areas very quickly and rapidly. And again, our prototyping approach that we talked about before allows us to quickly come out with new functions, new features, and to fill out that portfolio of offerings.
Robert, thanks a lot. Very interesting evolution of the business.
My pleasure. Thank you.